This is Daryl Evans with Kings Vision at LAKings.com with Kings insider John Rosen. The 2013 draft has come to a close. In talking to the Kings, the scouts, management, your assessment as to how they felt they made out in this draft?
Well, they drafted players that seem to fit the team's mentality of not just big players, but players that play big, players that go into tough areas of the ice that win battles. They feel that they were fortunate that Valentin Zykov was still there, available, when they traded up to be able to nab him early in the second round. So he was a player who was ranked 7th and 8th between the middle of the season and the end of the season in the NHL Central scouting ratings. That he was available for the Kings there, they seemed to be overjoyed with. After that, you look at players, a good mix of size and some bruising forwards out there. You look at someone like Hudson Fasching. He's going to be going to the University of Minnesota in the fall. Jared Oger, 6'6" tall. I mean, these are players that not just play big, but they're players that have shown those flashes. They are still so young, but they go to tough parts of the ice. They play big. They seem to fit that LA Kings mentality.
Well, the next step for these kids is going to come to Los Angeles for prospect camp. That's going to come up here in the second week of July. We'll get a chance to look at these kids, get a chance to talk to them, and kind of see how they fit in, but it should be an exciting time.
Yeah, absolutely. And for the players that are off to college or that are in colleges right now, this is your chance to be able to go and look at them and watch them, identify their games. Somebody else interested to watch a Kings drafted a goalie, Patrick Bartosak, out of the Red Deer program in the Western Hockey League. He's also the CHL goaltender of the year. So you look at the players that the Kings had. They had the CHL Rookie of the Year in Zykov, and then they have the CHL goaltender of the year in Bartosak. So there's quite a bit of talent there on that Kings team, and when you get to see them in the Kings sweaters, being able to practice like that, that's obviously a big part in their careers, and it's always interesting for us to see exactly where they're at and continue to talk to them.
I know the Kings are very excited for the picks they made. In particular, you talk about Zykov, their first pick. They traded 3 draft choices in order to move up to acquire him. A lot of excitement, a power forward with some skill, but really should be interested in. The big thing is, I think the key now for what the Kings have established over the last few years, they don't have to rush these Kings in. They can turn these players over to the development team and allow these guys to progress slowly.
Absolutely, and that's the key right now, making sure they're getting the the right tutelage and eventually graduating up to the Manchester program and under Mark Morris there, and being able to continue to grow as hockey players. You bring up Zykov. I mean, I was just speaking moments ago with Mark Yannetti, the Los Angeles Kings, top amateur scout, and he said that this is somebody that came over from Russia, he not knowing anybody in the United States and Canada. He's played for the Baie-Comeau Drakkar in the Quebec League, and he had 40 goals in his first year in North America. So I mean, that's a tremendous transition. It's tough to where do you go from there, but the Los Angeles Kings is looking to continue to get that development, looking to make sure that he continues to get better, and again, as you said, the window is still wide open for the Kings. This is a team that does have a lot of forward depth, good depth on defense, and of course Jonathan Quick in net, so no need to rush anybody. They'll be able to incubate within the system and hopefully be Kings and wear the silver and black in a couple of years.
Well, here in New Jersey, the Devils organization and their support did a great job at orchestrating here the 2013 draft along with the National Hockey League. I know for John and myself, we're looking forward to meeting up with these kids when they come to Los Angeles at prospect camp in the next week or so. For John Rosen, I'm Daryl Evans for Kings Vision at LAKings.com.